welcome to the Toffee Blue U, your place for all things Everton. I'm Max. There's Tom. How are you, Tom, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, just Man City are looking to win. Like we just said, Man City 3-1 up at the moment. Is it still 3-1? Yeah, but
Finally
closing the
finished.
gap on
It's finished.
Liverpool.
It's
It's
finished. We can
finished.
celebrate that at least.
There we go. Yeah, the closing the gap, but probably not. But like wishful thinking, we should probably worry about Everton rather than Liverpool.
Yeah,
But so
I
yeah,
know. Yeah, fucking should be worrying about Everton, mate, because even though we're in this weird period between Christmas and New Year, where nobody knows what day it is or what time it is, the games come thick and fast. And on Tuesday, I believe, New Year's Day, we've got Leicester City at home. A weird one, I think, personally, a very weird one, because Leicester City are just one of those teams. Even if they are going through a bad run, even their last game, they lost 1-0 to Cardiff City. Obviously, Cardiff are kind of bottom dwellers of the league. They conceded the last minute winner. But it's still a risky game, is it not?
yeah. The kind of like we're in that position where after that game especially, I'm particularly disheartened with Everton at the moment. But I do think we are in the same league as the likes of Watford and Leicester and Bournemouth. I would put us in that group now. We are in the scrap for seventh, and we have been for a while now. I wouldn't put us near the top six like we were a few weeks ago. We are in that scrap for seventh, and I wouldn't put us any better than Watford or Leicester at the moment. So it will be a bit of a dogfight probably. So it's a shame, but that's where we are at the moment. That's this
Yeah,
season. I'm writing off the league this season really because it's obviously a building season and stuff like that. But that's where we are. It is a team that are quite similar to us, and I know we got a nice little win there with Sigurdsson's little turn and finish, earlier in the season. But it was a good performance, but it will be close, and they've got good players. I'm not sure. I don't think he's done the press conference yet as to who's fit and stuff like that. But they will have most of the main players there. Maddison, Vardy. They've got some players you can hear. Yeah, so it will be a close one. I can't see there being much of a golfing class. So we're going to have to really grind this one out, I think.
yeah. That 2-1 earlier in the season, it wasn't. It was a pretty close affair and a good game of football. I've got to say, mate, as sad as it makes me to say this, I do agree with you. I think we are in the same bracket of Leicester, etc. Now, if you want to be a top team, you look to this, particularly obviously in England, that festive period where you've got games every other day coming thick and fast. Obviously, it helps if you've got good squad depth for the sake of rotation, which we obviously, that's something that we lack, as we highlighted in the reaction to the Brighton game. But yeah, we are in that bracket now. If you go back, something that I just wanted to kind of discuss. Obviously, what year was that? Was that 2015-16 when they kind of, one of the most bizarre things I've seen in my lifetime, where, from the season prior to that, they narrowly avoided relegation, then went and stormed and won the Premier League. Credit to Leicester, I think, following that season. Obviously, they lost big players in N'Golo Kante and Riyad Mahrez, but they reinvested, exceptionally well, and have built, a solid team that, challenges for Europe, be that Europa League or Champions League. Obviously, I don't think they're knocking on the doors of the Big Six just yet, but they're certainly in that scrap for seven. As you mentioned, in terms of danger players, even the defence is pretty solid. Ben Chilwell. You got Harry Maguire at the back, who we're going to have to try and get the better of. That midfield area, which I felt really troubled us in the away fixture. Mendy and Ndidi, Maddison, as you said, Gray, Vardy. There's certainly potential to score goals. Will we keep clean sheet? How are you looking at this from a defensive point of view?
Defensively, yesterday we weren't terrible. There was a couple of decent performances. To be fair, Zuma and Keane weren't that bad. Mina had a decent first half and then lost it in the second half. I think maybe he lost his head after what happened with Solly March when he played on when he should have kicked it out. But defensively, if we are going to play a back five, hopefully that'll come in our favour, because we will be more defensive minded in a way. And I think in the defensive phase, it is more like a solid back five, and obviously attacking Coleman and Dean look to get forward. But when in the defensive phase, we are a solid back five, so hopefully that that will stop the likes of Vardy getting forward. But obviously he looks to like run between the lines, and that'll be a bit difficult. They do have pace there. Obviously you mentioned Damari Gray as well, and also the right back Ricardo Pereira. He's particularly quick, and he's a little danger man himself, even though he's on their back line. But defensively we are going to have to probably going to whether we can outpress them maybe, because they're not particularly, they're more of a structured side, like a way more of a pressing side than Leicester are, I think. So I think maybe we can outpress them in the midfield battle, so that'll be interesting. But if we do go with a back five again, which you expect us to, hopefully we'll be able to win that battle.
Yeah, and my issue is if we do roll with the back five, and it's a reoccurring theme when we are playing with that back five. For me, I assume rolling with Michael Keane, Kurt Zouma, and Yerry Mina as back five, back three. That should eliminate any kind of challenge coming in, whether that be crosses into the box, corners, anything in the air basically. However, you look at the two-headed goals against Manchester City, and you look at Brighton's goal yesterday. Obviously, I know it came off Andre Gomez, and there was a bit of controversy about whether it was offside. I don't think it was. But the goals seem to be coming from similar situations that you'd assume should be, less dangerous when you play, with a five back. Do you still think we are undeveloped as a team in terms of playing with that five back? This is, I think, a question that a lot of our fans are asking at the moment is, are we good enough to play with the three at the back or the five at the back?
It's a work in progress. I say work in progress again. Obviously, that's the 3 words to sum up the season. But I think it's quite a new thing to the team, because obviously for the majority of this season so far, we have been playing with a back four, and it's kind of a new thing over the last few games that we've been trying to introduce. Now we've got Mina, Zouma, and Keane. All fit and all in a good form. So I think it's something we're kind of still at the experimental phase with, and it did come off against Burnley. It did work, and it didn't come off yesterday. So we kind of, hopefully we'll learn from those mistakes, and kind of obviously there was 2 distinct phases yesterday. With the defensive phase it was solid, and with the attacking phase it was the wing backs pushing up and us playing quite a high line at times. But if we can get that right and learn it, because I do think it does take a bit of learning, like the zonal marking did at the start of the season. This is another thing where we've got to play it quite a few times to get used to it. And that's in progress at the moment, as are a lot of things at the club. But I do think we will get the hang of it, but it will take time. So we're gonna have to see games like Brighton go past and to learn from those, I think.
Yeah, certainly. And something that obviously we're going to move on to next is, and this again, the five back and defensive dilemma may crop up. Maybe hopefully we don't go too much into it after the our discussion here, but it might pop up in the starting 11 video whether to roll with the five or roll with 5 or roll with 4 again. So we're going to move on to the starting 11 video next for Leicester City at home. Thanks for watching the videos of the Toffee Blues. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the social media platforms. That's been Tom. I've been Max. Take it easy.